A new book details one of the most explosive news stories of the decade with an inside look at how Jeffrey Epstein ran a global sex trafficking pyramid scheme for years, targeting vulnerable teens. The author is journalist Julie K. Brown, who traveled across the country tracking down dozens of Epstein's victims. She's sharing her findings in Perversion of Justice, the Jeffrey Epstein story.
Julie joins us now live. Good morning, Julie.
Good morning.
So, Julie, you've said that this was kind of like an open secret in Palm Beach. Why do you think it went on for so long?
Well, that's a good question. I think that at the time that this happened, a lot of people in Palm Beach knew about it, but kind of looked the other way. And I think eventually what happened was it mushroomed to be so big that law enforcement authorities could no longer ignore it. He was just having the volume of victims that were coming in and out of his home were just too many to ignore. So eventually, Palm Beach police did investigate the case and tried several times to bring charges against him.
But Julie, even when it caught the eyes of federal prosecutors down in Florida, there was essentially this backroom deal that was done that at least protected Epstein for a while. And it was your reporting that exposed that.
Well, this was an extraordinarily lenient deal, and it always defied logic to me that it was ever made in the first place. And that's why I decided in part to look at this. It also coincided, my investigation coincided around the time that Donald Trump nominated Alex Acosta, the former Miami prosecutor that gave Epstein this plea deal. He nominated Acosta for labor secretary in early 2017. And I thought now would be a good time to really look at this case and try to find out exactly why and how it happened, because although this story had been written about before, it seemed to me that no one had ever really been able to examine the breakdown of the criminal justice system that allowed this to happen.
So I guess as you're doing your reporting and you start to see some of these high-profile names start to creep up as you're looking into things, was there ever any part of you that was a little nervous to keep pushing forward because things kept getting pushed under the rug? Would you be in danger? Did that ever cross your mind?
Well, there were many people that told me that I should be concerned. Chief among them was the former police chief of Palm Beach, whose life was turned upside down when this happened back in 2005, 2006. He seemed to believe, based on the years that he had followed this story, that a lot of journalists had been reluctant to really take on this project because of the important people that were involved. I just felt like it was something that had to be done, and I didn't really think about whether anybody was going to try to prevent that from happening. Fortunately, I had the support of, the Miami Herald and my editors and the publisher of the paper. So I think, proceeded a little bit under the radar because Epstein's, I think, pretty much figured he had gotten away with this crime.
Julie, have we heard the end of the Jeffrey Epstein story? Are there still things you want to know that you're pursuing?
There's a lot of questions here. I mean, one of the central themes of this whole entire scandal is the fact that so much has been kept secret. So many documents remain sealed. The Miami Herald is still pursuing legal action in the courts to try to get some of the evidence in this case unsealed. And as you know, Epstein's alleged accomplice, Ghislaine Maxwell, is now in a jail awaiting trial in November on sex trafficking charges. So hopefully, as this case moves forward, we'll get more answers to some of the questions that remain in this case.
Do you see anything coming up that makes you nervous about her trial coming up? I know there's still kind of a mystery surrounding Epstein and what happened with him in jail awaiting a trial.
This case has surprised me in ways that I never thought it would. I mean, I didn't even think my story would get as much traction as it did. I think that this is happening at a time where there's a lot of questions being raised about our criminal justice system as a whole and how unfair it is to people who don't have money, for example. And so I'm hopeful, especially for the victims, that they're going to see some sort of justice.
Well, Julie, thank you so much for joining us. The book is Perversion of Justice, the Jeffrey Epstein story. You can follow Julie on Twitter at JKB Journalist. We appreciate your time, Julie.
Thank you.
Tomorrow morning, we will be back with you beginning at 4 a.m. Thanks for